this weekend, we're going to be talking about miracles. And we're gonna probably conduct our service a little bit different. If you're here today and it's the first time you've been in IES, we're going to spend a little bit more time talking, and we're going to spend a little bit more time praying than we ordinarily would. We will, at the end of the service, be praying for people who need miracles. We will be praying on this side of the stage for people who need a miracle, but it's not specifically a miracle of healing. And we'll be praying on this side of the stage for people who need miracles that are specifically relating to healing. But I'm not going to spend a long time with the sermon. We're actually going to have our faith built up through two really pretty amazing testimonies. Gary, can you come up here? And Gary's our first testimony. Look at that, just steps all the way up there. That's your mic. I think that's the one you can use.
That's.
There we go. All right, so Gary, before we show any pictures, tell me what had happened to your back.
So basically on November 2018, I was hospitalized due to a severe pain in my back and my left leg. So they did an MRI and found out that I have a listhesis in my spine. It's basically my spine shifted forward and causing a pinched nerve on my L5 and S1. S1 is the tailbone, so it's just one spine above the tailbone.
Okay, let's show the first picture there. Let's show that up there. There, that's the picture of your back, yeah?
Yeah, that one, you see a black thing coming out. That's the fluid of the spine. And then the shifted forward is the L5. That's why it's causing the nerve pain on the back there, just above the tailbone.
So you were flat on your back for how long?
I was hospitalized for 2 weeks, and then I came home, but then it got worse again, so I was completely bedridden for a total of 1 month.
Wow. So what did the doctor tell you needed to be done?
Most of the doctors are telling me to do surgery, but there is one doctor from Singapore that told me you should wait it out. So I did. I waited out. I opted not to do surgery first. So we did physiotherapy, but I'm glad I did it because after a month, the pain on my back subsided. So I was thinking I can just get off my bed and start walking. But when I get up, I try to stand. My legs are like jello because it's been a month and a half totally in bed. I don't have enough muscle. I lost 25 kg in 45 days.
Wow. You found some of it again.
Yes, I did.
See, in the song we sang, the lost becomes found. Yeah, and so, anyway. It's okay, that's happened to me many times.
So I have to do physiotherapy. It's like restarting your life, doing rehabilitation to activate my muscle again. So it took 2 weeks for me just to walk without a walker.
Wow.
So it took another 2 weeks for me to go down the stairs. My room is on the second floor, so I was trapped up there for so long. The first time I walked out my house and see the trees, is just so happy and grateful.
Okay, so then, we were all praying for you. I don't know how many of you remember that we were praying for him, but what happened? And because you're obviously, what happened?
Basically, when I started to recover, it was in end of January. I started to get better and better. I started to do my normal activity by March. I come to the office, I think, in March. And it's a slow recovering process. So I still have pain in the morning. I have to wear back brace every day. So it's a slow recovery until July. So in July, I was doing my swim because it's the only sport that's allowed for me. So I was doing my swimming. And then as I walked back to the locker room, suddenly I was looking for my locker number, and suddenly I saw the ceiling. And bam, I was flat on my back, and I didn't know what happened. I think I slipped, and totally my feet went up, and then just flat on my back, and hit my pelvis and my lower back. The first thing I thought was, oh, what happened to my listhesis? Because the doctor said it's very unstable. So I thought I broke something.
Yeah, the first word we heard is you maybe had broke your pelvis. We were
Yeah.
all really worried.
So that's why I went to the hospital and get another MRI and also an X-ray. So X-ray came out first, and then the MRI. And
That's two. Let's see two.
so when I get the MRI, and usually they have an analysis by the radiology doctor, and on the note they wrote that no signs of listhesis. So I was confused because I was in very much pain at that time due to the fall, but I read that, but I didn't think much of it. So, but as you can see, the spine has shifted back to its place. So the fall actually made the spine fall back into its place.
Yeah, from what I understand, that swimming pool is opening up a new therapy technique. They call it slip and slide and be healed. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I mean, you need to understand the video, the two clips we showed you, or the two things we showed you. That was the correct order, badly distorted, and what it should have been. So, what does the doctor have to say?
So when the doctor that did the analysis of the MRI didn't know my previous condition, so he basically said, there's no sign of listhesis. But when I showed it to my previous doctor and compared the slide by slide, they said that, oh, I was grade 2 listhesis, so it shifted back, but it's not completely shifted back full. But what I feel right now is completely different than the recovery of 6 months that I did, because it's very small progress every month. This time, when I went back from the hospital, I was doing things that I cannot do before. The morning pain is gone, and when I started walking in the morning, I tried to do some little jog. I can, without pain. And then I was so thankful for that, because I was already accepted that I will never do any running, I will never do any long hiking. So when God gave me this, it's just like amazing. It's like God gave me a hope for normal adventure life.
Yeah. That's right. So you did the Everest Base Camp. Now you're going to go up by now. You phrased it in the message that you sent out. You phrased it in a very unique way. What is it you told everybody?
Well, God gave me a smackdown chiropractor miracle. What's amazing was, as I was being grateful for the small steps, as I can walk again and I can go back to the office again, as I was thanking for these small miracles, God is preparing a big miracle for me that brings me back to normal.
Amen.
And
That's great.
just amazing, our God.
That's great. Thanks, Gary. Thank you so much.